You need to know what a CSO is, but have no patience for PowerPoint slides or a boring lecture? We've got you covered. A commercial solutions opening isn't as dull as it sounds. In fact, it's one of the most exciting shifts in government contracting. Whether you're in the acquisition world or a company looking to break into federal business, you'll want to understand this fast, flexible, and innovation-friendly solicitation process. And trust us, you're going to start seeing a lot more of them, which is great news for everyone. Let's dive in. A commercial solutions opening is a streamlined competitive process designed to bring commercial innovation into government contracting fast. Instead of the government dictating what it wants in a painfully detailed RFP, a CSO allows agencies to define a problem and let industry propose solutions. Think Shark Tank meets government procurement. The best ideas win. CSOs were introduced because the government was missing out on cutting-edge commercial technologies. First, it's important to remember that a CSO is not a contract, it's a solicitation. It works similarly to a broad agency announcement, or a BAA, which Part 35 uses for R&D. But while BAAs focus on basic and applied research, CSOs are for commercial innovations. Any technology, process, or method that is new as of the date of proposal submission or is a new application of an existing technology applied in a novel way to government needs qualifies as an innovation. So new can mean new to government, making the definition broad enough to include existing commercial items already in the market if their application in the government is innovative. The Defense Innovation Unit, or DIU, can take credit for the emergence of CSOs, and although DIU did not use the FAR to issue them, the FAR later added this to FAR-based contracting through the DFARS 212.70 for the DoD. It explains the process pretty clearly, but also very broadly. So in other words, you can now issue a CSO as the solicitation for a FAR procurement or an other transaction, more on that later. So instead of issuing a rigid, overly prescriptive solicitation, agencies can put a broadly defined area of interest. Something like, we need AI-driven cybersecurity solutions. What can you do? For those using the FAR, this is where a statement of objectives comes in handy. According to the FAR, a SOO states the overall performance objectives. It's used in solicitations when the government intends to provide the maximum flexibility to each offerer to propose an innovative approach. Rather than forcing companies into a predefined box, CSOs let them pitch their own solutions. Companies submit short, digestible solution briefs, no 100-page proposals, no burdensome compliance checklists, just a solid pitch. You can even ask the companies to submit videos instead of white papers. The DoD AI folks do this. The government then evaluates submissions quickly based on merit, feasibility, and potential value, not rigid scoring criteria. If a solution looks promising, the government negotiates directly with the company and makes an award. No lengthy deliberations, no excessive paperwork, just fast acquisition. Agencies can also award multiple companies from a single CSO. CSOs allow agencies to award FAR-based procurement contracts or prototype OTAs, other transaction agreements, which are ideal for engaging non-traditional vendors and driving innovation. Unlike traditional acquisitions, CSOs don't require full and open competition under Part 6. Like BAAs, the CSO process itself is the competition. To ensure fairness, agencies should have a merit review board with the right technical experts to evaluate submissions. And also keep in mind, this is all commercial. So if you're using the FAR for your CSO, you must be ordering a commercial item, you gotta be using FAR Part 12, issuing a fixed price contract, and so on. Once an agency identifies the company or companies it wants to award, negotiations begin, but only at that stage. Unlike a traditional RFP where every FAR clause is baked into the solicitation up front, CSOs save the legalese for later. So instead of releasing a 50-page RFP full of contract terms, agencies can start with a 2-paragraph SOO and then focus on innovations first. At the end of the day, CSOs give agencies a way to buy smarter and faster. They strip away the complexity of traditional procurement and focus on what matters most, finding the best solution to the problem. And if that sounds like the kind of acquisition you want to be a part of, CSOs might just be your new best friend. For companies out there, if your company sees a CSO that aligns with your technology or expertise, respond quickly and concisely. CSOs favor innovative solutions over lengthy proposals. Expect a flexible and dynamic process where the government is looking for new ideas, not just compliance with rigid requirements. If your solution is truly innovative and commercially viable, a CSO is one of the best ways to break into government contracting without getting lost in the bureaucracy of traditional FAR-based acquisitions. Now that's CSOs in 5 minutes. Got questions? Drop them in the comments and we'll get back to you faster than a traditional RFP makes its way through a legal review. Till next time.